a beautiful elf who had just given birth was tied up. Beside her were two adult goblins who wanted to have children with the elf girl, not caring about her weak resistance. In the previous episode, 𝗏 led his goblin army to attack the elf tribe, and the attack was victorious. It is now the next morning in the goblin tribe. The sky is high with plenty of sunshine, and the scenery is incredibly beautiful. 𝗧sana and the elf queen met. 𝗧sana was happy to see her mother again, but she is now captured and has no hope for their future. The elf queen hugged her daughter. She apologized for underestimating the goblins. She didn't expect the goblin strength to surpass the elves like this. Currently, there are only women and children left in the goblin tribe. They no longer have the ability to defend themselves and protect the elf bloodline. Outside, the beautiful elf girls have been captured by the goblins as slaves. They cruelly use the girls as reproductive tools. This scene makes the elf queen very heartbroken. The queen realizes that they have become slaves. From now on, they can only try to survive in the goblin tribe. She asks 𝗧sana not to give up hope. 𝗏 appeared next to the prison. He told the two to wait obediently to have children for him. He would provide enough food for both, but if they made trouble, he would kill both mercilessly. The elf queen is very obedient. She seems to have accepted her fate. She said she understood but had one request. Looking at the young elves who were playing with the young goblins innocently, the elf queen said they are her children. She begged 𝗏 to let her take care of those children. He is currently a goblin, but he was once a human. He understands the feeling between mother and children. He is a bit hesitant about this proposal from the queen. At the same time, the system also appears with a mission, the motherly love mission. At this time, 𝗏 called 𝗏. She said she couldn't take care of all the children by herself and suggested he let the queen take care of the children. 𝗏 understands that these children are the future of the goblin tribe. After they grow up, they will increase the tribe's strength. So 𝗏 agreed to the elf queen's request. This time, 𝗏 also checked his strength. He has currently met the requirements to upgrade himself. With the added stats, blood plus 20, strength plus 30, defense plus 30. 𝗏 was surprised when he met the upgrade conditions. The remaining stats were automatically converted into attribute points. 𝗏 smiled softly. He decided to continue the path of strengthening himself by mating with strong girls. His current strength can already challenge lower. After these elves give birth, he will go to lower for revenge. Quickly, another month passed in the goblin camp. There were cries of babies. The first children were born. By some miracle, the children born all have the appearance of a goblin. Their ugliness also scared their mothers, and they refused to accept the children as their own. But it's okay. Goblins are a creature with superior vitality. 𝗏 wanted to know how many children were born. 𝗏 calculated for a moment. She replied that there were about 30 to 40 children. The conversation was interrupted by Gon's scream, which worried 𝗏. She is pregnant with his child anyway. Quickly, 𝗏 appeared at the location of 𝗧sana and the elf queen. 𝗧sana is about to give birth. The elf queen is beside her, full of worry and encouragement for 𝗧sana, but she seems to be having some trouble seeing 𝗏. The queen quickly begged him to help 𝗧sana because this is her first time giving birth, and she seems to be about to die. 𝗏 knows what is happening. He asks 𝗏 to help him deliver 𝗧sana. Looking at 𝗏's actions, the elf queen is very surprised when a goblin knows about this. But 𝗧sana is angry because 𝗏 is here. She asks him to leave quickly. She doesn't want him to touch her. 𝗏 gets angry and asks 𝗧sana to be silent because this is his child. After a while, 𝗏 finished the job, and 𝗧sana is no longer in danger. 𝗏 praised 𝗏 as an extremely talented person for saving 𝗧sana, but 𝗏 thinks it's just a small matter. 𝗧sana is currently sleeping because of exhaustion, surrounded by young goblins. But then something happened. A scream caught 𝗏's attention. In that direction, a beautiful elf who had just given birth was tied up. Beside her were two adult goblins who wanted to have children with the elf girl, not caring about her weak resistance. But their actions were paid for with their own lives. 𝗏 killed one goblin in fear of the remaining goblin because 𝗏 had ordered that all elves, after giving birth, should be given rest until they were completely healthy, and those who violated the order would pay with their lives. 𝗏 again ordered that from now on, the elf's food ration would be increased by 1 apple. These actions made the queen feel more favorably towards 𝗧. The queen said he was a very different person from ordinary goblins. 𝗧 said it was just a normal action, and the elves would be more obedient if they were treated better. Ending a busy day, 𝗧 began to carry out simulations to earn points from the system to exchange for new technologies. The current storyline is, the goblins revenge with the content you have worked hard and captured the elf tribe and have fertilized all the elves. After a period of pregnancy, the elves gave birth to children with stronger attributes than normal. Realizing that the tribe's strength had increased, you decided to take revenge on 𝗧 and the others. You decided to return to the village alone and find the location of 𝗧 knights. Currently, there are 3 situations for 𝗧 to choose from. 1. Act alone. Try to kill 𝗧 and the others at 50 points. 2. Lead the goblins to attack and wipe out the entire village. Add 30 points. 3. Wait for a better opportunity and continue to observe because you think it's not time for revenge. Add 10 points. Sitting by the fire, 𝗧 continued to think. He wondered if he should find them for revenge so soon. Although 𝗧's current strength can be compared to 𝗧's, the strength of 𝗧's companions cannot be underestimated. With his current strength, 𝗧 chose option number 1. Act alone, try to kill 𝗧 and the others at 50 points. What happened next? 𝗧 found an opportunity when he found 𝗧 alone. He ambushed 𝗧 and almost managed to kill 𝗧. But a human knight appeared and rescued 𝗧, and 𝗧 died tragically under that person's sword. Then 𝗧's group returned to the capital and never appeared again. Immediately, the simulation process ended in a disastrous failure. Encountered the Holy Knight. No chance to escape. Rated 30 points out of 100 points. Reward multiplied by 30 life points. Simulated the Imperial City. The next time, in 9 days, 𝗧 was surprised that there was a Holy Knight in such a remote place and that 𝗧's group would leave the village and never return. So finding them for revenge is extremely difficult. Hatred has taken over 𝗧's mind. Knowing he doesn't have much time, he wants to get revenge quickly. 𝗧 decided to go to human territory. Currently, in the goblin tribe, besides him, 𝗀𝗶𝗴𝗵𝗁 is the most listened to by other goblins. He decided to put her in charge of the tribe for a few days. The elf queen thought this was a crazy thing to do. If 𝗧 came to human territory and was discovered by them, he would be arrested and killed. 𝗧 didn't care much. He said he had a grudge against humans and he had to get revenge. Before this decision, the elf queen offered to help 𝗧 by using invisibility magic on him, helping him not to be discovered by humans. 𝗧 chuckled. That's what he wanted. 𝗧 said he didn't expect her to care so much about his safety. The queen used magic and said she was just afraid that after 𝗧 died, the other goblins would rebel and treat the elves cruelly. Her children are all here. Only when 𝗧 returns safely will they be safe. 𝗧 only felt that the elf queen was very cunning and knew how to survive. Looking at 𝗧 leaving, 𝗀𝗶𝗴𝗵𝗁 shouted she would help him take care of the tribe and hoped he would return safely. The scene shifts to the town of Quangmin. The air here feels heavy with tension. Knights patrol the streets, armed and watchful, while the faces of ordinary citizens reflect their worry. These knights patrol, scanning the area as if searching for something. They don't notice a shadowy figure lurking in a dark alley. This figure is 𝗧. He silently observes from the shadows, confused by the presence of the patrol and the town's heightened defenses. He suspects the Holy Knights have something to do with this. With growing suspicion, 𝗧 leaves the deserted alley. He walks for a long time without hearing anything about 𝗧's group. This strangeness makes 𝗧's steps become more hurried. The elf's invisibility spell ensures he remains unnoticed. To find useful information, 𝗧 decides to go to the town square, where many people are gathered. He notices a group of armed individuals gathered in front of a large bulletin board. The board displays a ranking list of the knights in the town. The ranking list isn't particularly interesting. There's 1 platinum level adventurer, 2 silver level ones, and the rest are bronze level. What catches 𝗧's eye is 𝗧's name at the top of the list. This confirms that 𝗧 has grown stronger. This information is useful to 𝗧. He needs to use this time to gather more information and plan carefully. Rushing into things will inevitably lead to failure in his quest for revenge. 𝗧 quickly blends into the crowd, moving through the streets. Having been a human himself, 𝗧 knows that the best place to gather information is a tavern. To his surprise, even before entering the tavern, he hears a familiar voice. A cunning smile spreads across his face. Inside, besides 𝗧 and the knights of the temple, there's also 𝗧RA. They're happily drinking together. One knight, raising his glass, expresses gratitude to 𝗧RA and 𝗧 for saving him from a four-armed ape monster. 𝗧RA says this is Captain 𝗧's victory, and she wouldn't have been able to help without his exceptional skills. Another man argues that the monster was too weak. The fact that the knight couldn't defeat it proves his weakness. This sarcastic remark enrages the knight. He tells the man that their story doesn't concern him and orders him to leave. A heated argument ensues, and they're on the verge of a fight. The tense situation is quickly diffused by the tavern owner. He reveals that the dragon on Dragon Island is currently in its breeding season. It has been kidnapping livestock and humans to eat. He suggests the two go defeat it instead of causing trouble in the tavern. These words from the tavern owner also catch 𝗧's attention. He senses a sense of worry. If the dragon attacks this town, the capital's reinforcements won't arrive in time. Even if all the adventurers in the town unite, they wouldn't be able to withstand the attack of those ferocious dragons. Disaster seems to be looming over the town. These words make the atmosphere in the tavern tense. 𝗧 breaks the silence with a laugh. Haha, a few dragons? Nothing to worry about. Let me reveal something to you all. A holy knight is on the way here. 𝗧confidently introduces the holy knight as his teacher. Once she arrives, she will join them in defeating the dragons. The king won't need to send his army. After the situation is resolved, their group will return to the capital. This news excites the crowd. They are astonished to learn that 𝗧's teacher is a holy knight. They feel confident knowing that a holy knight will help them defeat the dragons. If this is successful, 𝗧will become the town's hero. Flattered by the praise, 𝗧proudly stands up and raises a toast to everyone, celebrating the holy knight's arrival and their imminent victory over the dragons. While everyone is happily drinking, 𝗧 has a different plan. He needs to make the most of this opportunity. 𝗧 stands up, pays his bill, and leaves. His departure catches 𝗧's attention. He asks why 𝗧 is leaving without joining them for drinks. 𝗧 turns his head and looks at 𝗧, saying, "We'll have plenty of opportunities to drink together in the future." Then he leaves. His actions draw the attention of 𝗧 and his men, provoking their anger. Time flies by. The people in town cheerfully celebrate the holy knight's arrival. Inside a church, a blonde-haired woman is praying. 𝗧 stands behind her. 𝗧politely addresses her, "Master, the dragons are wreaking havoc everywhere. They're getting closer to the town now. No one dares to let their livestock out. The dragons might attack our town." The woman takes up her weapon and stands up. She is a beautiful woman with captivating blonde hair. Her silver armor gives her a commanding presence. She asks 𝗧 about the things she requested him to prepare. 𝗧 reports, "I have prepared 10 dragon hunting crossbows, and I've placed them at the highest points in the town." The woman seems pleased. She tells 𝗧 to arrange everything well. If there's a mistake, it would be a huge embarrassment. The woman walks outside. The crowd below is immediately in an uproar. It's the first time they've seen the holy knight. They praise her beauty and wonder which man could possibly win her heart. Someone who thinks she is an unattainable existence. Even the king wouldn't dare to express an opinion about her actions. The woman looks at the worried crowd. The situation is very dangerous. It's unnecessary to gather so many people here. She orders the knights to disperse the crowd, but it seems that's no longer necessary. The commotion draws the attention of the dragon. It charges at the town, terrifying everyone. One unlucky person is taken by the dragon. The woman anxiously announces, "This is just a scout dragon. Once it appears, more dragons will surely attack here. 𝗧, take your men to the wall and prepare to fight." Outside the town, on a cliff, a goblin scurries along. He informs his leader that the dragons are coming. From what he observed, there are many guards on the wall. The goblin asks what he should do next. The leader tells him to be silent and wait. It's not time to act yet. This leader is 𝗧. He has brought his army here. He's waiting for the dragons to inflict damage upon the town. Then it'll be his chance to seek revenge.